your mind, seeking your own home. Where are the heroes tonight? There's nowhere in sight, and it's you against the world. Taking on the world, the momentum in life. Time is running out. Taking on the world, the momentum in life. Where's your hero now? You thought they were bad, but they're running away. Where is your hero now? Where's your hero doesn't feel like yesterday. It feels so far away. Now you're gone out of my life. You're gone without a fight. Simple things take more heart to lay it down. Where would I start? These crazy days we ran the world. Sweeter moments, time stood still. It always seems impossible in the darkness of my mind. Together we're unstoppable. You forever light my skies. Chasing past and chasing you when you're lost along the way. Running on every cloud you get. I'm chasing yesterday. Unstoppable, forever lighting my skies. Chasing past and chasing you, lost along the way. Running on every cloud you get. I'm chasing yesterday. to me. I could tell you didn't wanna leave, 'cause you knew what was best for me. Who knew what we had become? A monster inside of us. We had it coming along for a while now. Had fire at the start, but emotions put it out. Just wait for something to sparkle again. I keep asking myself how it's happened, and now I'm asking, how will I go on? Now I'm asking without you. Wildfire at the start, then return to ashes, taken by the wind, gone forever. I wish I could go back and turn the table when we were younger. I wish I could change you. We fell out, we were the stars with no light. We're the snow in July, we're the earth with no light. I keep asking myself how's it happened. Now I'm asking, how will I go on? Now I'm asking all that.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
It's been a long week and I'm a little on edge. I think I need to call my friends. Somebody come save me. It's 5:01 and we can drink the night away. Pour a little bourbon for me and my friends, and we'll see how this story ends. We'll kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, we won't stop till the bottle's done. When the night is over at 6 a.m., I'll roll on home with a smile on my face. It felt like a good night, get a little crazy, let it all out and howl at the moon. My head is ringing like the plane has bells, and I can barely remember my name. Kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, we won't stop till the bottle's done. We're feeling alright, we'll turn it up and get down tonight. We're feeling alright, we'll turn it up and get loud tonight. Kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, won't stop till the bottle's done. Kick up some dust, cause a little scene, have a little good time drinking Kentucky gasoline. We ain't sorry, we're just having a little fun. We're drinking whiskey tonight, won't stop till the bottle's done. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air.
Surprise! ASR Tour Morris Custom Super Speedway Series is live. We got 2 minutes of Duvendak high scrutiny qualifying. These guys struggling as, well, you can see John Bell struggling to get out the pits. He just came down and I'm not quite sure what's going on with it here. But, well, that might be it for him. Looks like everybody has qualified. Let's get into our points. Joe Fogg, Dalton Gibson have locked their way into the postseason. Guys on the bubble, Frank Ranger, John Bell, Matt Benke, Brianna Laurent. They are the bubble. First one's out. Last one's in. Connors, Duvendak, Greenlee, and Maddish. Daniel Holloway, your points leader, with teammate Todd Poston chasing. Chris Akers is present, so it'll be his first official start of the season. So I know they're glad to have him back. Pretty simple schedule we got here tonight. We're going to be in the Gen 6. We're going to be at Daytona. Stages will always be 25-50. And 2 weeks ago at Daytona, it was 90 laps. We've increased it 5 laps. Every 2 weeks, it will increase as the car changes. So 95 laps. Next week, the Gen 6 at Talladega. These cars are a handful. So we'll see how these drivers are able to adapt. A little bit different than the Gen 4. Looks like we have about 40 seconds left of qualifying. So let's go hear from our series sponsor, Mr. Morris Customs. All right. And these guys beginning the grid. Let's get those motors started.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
And to the grid, starting row 1 from Shake and Bake Motorsports, Rob Duvendak and former teammate Will Weber. Well, they found some speed here tonight. Chris Akers, Ethan Horst. Ethan finally getting a paint scheme. So you got Shake and Bake. And finally, Candy Shack. Sean Stevens, Jacob Greenlee. So you got Checkered Flag, more Shake and Bake. DJ Maddish, Daniel Holloway. Dalton Gibson, Alex Giffen. Robert Morrison, Rob Connors. Jeff Carl, Frank Ranger, the lone squirrel. In case those squirrels are out there watching. Hunter Smith, Kirby Caputa. Todd Poston and David Overstreet. Russell Hancock, Doug Johnson. Ed Smith, Matt Benke. Bubba Winningham, John Bell. Len McNeese, Brianna Laurent. And that rounds out our field of 26. Looks like we're going to have some penalties, and they're going to EOL and get those penalties served. We'll get those tickers up for you as we are on the formation lap now. First time all season that Duvendak able to take a pole here. Maybe he'll find him a little luck in this Gen 6 car. I'll tell you, these cars sound very quiet. There we go. Getting a little bit louder now. Switch our camera angle out as we await that ginormous pace truck to get out of the way. And into the Geico restart zone for the first time tonight. And we are green. Duvendak gets a solid jump, getting pushed by Chris Akers. And Robbie Gibson, appreciate you joining the chat. He did run the Bloomquist tribute tonight. Did a pretty solid job on it. Even Todd Poston finally in the right number. As Rob Morrison already moves up to the high side, trying to make up some ground. Doug Johnson, I see a couple fans out there for Doug. He is currently sitting 18th. And may just be sitting out here trying to be patient and await an accident. And it looks like Brianna Laurent, she is off pace. So the 6 already off. It looks like the 46 of David Overstreet just now coming off pit road. Not quite sure if Overstreet had a penalty or if he just missed the start. Ethan Horace, Chris Akers, they're going to be responsible for pushing the 99 and the 92. And a little bit of wall grinding there as they come out of turn 2. And we got some big contact. We'll go back and take a look, and it happened with the wall grind. A lot of 4Xs happened, a huge checkup. And no caution comes out. The field extremely separated. It is yellow. And I believe that's thrown by Duvendak. As Rob Connors, Kirby Caputa, Doug Johnson, Morrison, John Bell, Ed Smith, Benke, Hunter Smith, Hancock, and Bubba Winningham all collect damage there. I don't know if anybody went backwards, but we definitely got some meatball flags already. And there you can see the contact from Winningham. Which gave him the meatball. Only one car gets a meatball flag there. And it looks like just a massive checkout. I don't see any cars getting turned around, but a ton get pushed off track. And that's going to bring our first caution of the night. Remember, special payouts if these guys are able to keep it under 4, I believe is what Duvendak made as a rule this season. We've had one 1 out of 3 races have made it under those 4 cautions, and that was the very first one. And now, some drivers coming down pit road. You're not going to see too much pitting tonight. Duvendak may have messed up the session and gave these guys 100% gas for a second week in a row. I swear he fixed it. He said he fixed it. But I know they're going to be okay with the gas. And it looks like Duvendak actually comes down to pit. And he was going to be one of the leaders that comes down, so interesting strategy. Maybe fuel is close, but maybe trying to get it to a one-stop shop. Duvendak, Greenlee, Stevens, Gibson, Connors, Morrison, Ranger, Caputa, Bell, McNeese, Benke, Hancock, Winningham, and Ed Smith. All come down. Winningham does clear his meatball flag. And with that, we'll take a quick commercial break.
It's beautiful. Where heroes live on forever. To the family and loved ones of Chief Petty Officer Michael Stephen Riley Brailsford. Dealing with loss is never easy, and it rarely ever seems real. I know it's hard to believe, but something can always be brought to light in difficult and devastating times like these. In this case, the light is CPO Brailsford is a true hero, and we now have the rest of our lives to make his legacy known to the world. It's beautiful.
Because a hero never dies till the last time their name is spoken.
And from Valhalla Project, raising money to create memorials for veteran suicide, a problem still too big in this country. Even with war endings, the war for some continues when they get home. And if you know someone or you are one, we'll get you the number here in a little bit when we run our Veterans Crisis Hotline commercial. There's enough veterans around, I'm sure, well, one of us will pick up the phone. In fact, I think all of us would pick up the phone. So, able to go 4 laps and bring out the first caution. Fast repairs. Ed Smith used his. Bubba Winningham used his to clear his meatball. Yeah, Steven, definitely it's a huge problem. So, and that's one thing that was important when Duvendak and me started this league, was to advocate for it, as we are both Air Force veterans, so. Pace truck off for the second time tonight. We'll get it back in TV2 as they come around. A little bit of shake. We're going to have Ethan Horse and Will Weber. We are back to green flag racing. And side by side they come. Once we get under caution again, we're going to check a setting. I don't know. I see some of these cars aren't rendering in. We'll get that fixed up. Sometimes it has to go in safe mode to get in here. Steven, well, thank you for your service as well. And more wrecking going on. Will Weber, Ethan Horst, Chris Akers, Jeff Carl, Daniel Holloway. Duvendak gets a black flag. And we stay green as everyone able to keep it back on the track. What happened up front? Horse gets loose, and it just makes a domino effect. But again, these drivers able to keep it on the track as best as they can. Ethan actually able to just drop a couple spots. He's back with Chris Akers. We saw Rob Duvendak. He dove to the bottom side. And you see him. He is behind Sean Stevens, currently 20th. David Overstreet, Len McNeese, Kirby Caputa, Bubba Winningham, and Daniel Holloway all off pace now. DJ Mattis and Alex Giffen now making contact. And the 11 now going through. That's going to be Hunter Smith. He is cutting through. Brianna Laurent is backwards. And the caution is out. Brianna Laurent got a black flag for touching the end of pit road. And our second caution of the night. And we'll go here from the Veteran Crisis line as I try to see if I can fix this rendering as these guys come under caution at lap 10. Well, and as stated, there in the bottom left corner is the veteran crisis line if you need it. If you need to talk to anyone, shit, me and Duvendak, we're in Discord enough. Come talk to us. We're always there to listen. A lot of wrecks going on here. A lot of incident points happening. Dalton Gibson in the lead. Looking to repeat after last week's spectacular win. And I'll tell you, there's some big bonuses for 0Xs, and so far they're hard to find here, only being 12 laps in. So David Overstreet did get involved in that last wreck. He does have his fast repair, but it looks like he is sitting on pit road, and he's on his way out now. 2 laps down. And stopping on pit road. And here he comes. Overstreet on his way out. As stated, Dalton Gibson is your leader. Rob Connors in second. Robert Morrison moves up to third. John Bell up 20 spots. He is fourth. Ethan Horse fifth. Chris Akers sixth. Kirby Caputa up 9 spots, seventh. Ed Smith up 13 spots. He is 8th. Frank Ranger Jr. has moved his way up 5 spots to 9. And DJ Maddish round out the top 10. So we are 1 to go. You can see the lights are off on the pace truck. As they go into 3 and 4, we'll bring it back to the big screen. I appreciate all the faithfuls tuning in and checking out tonight's broadcast. Here's the ASR Tour Runs Daytona. And we are back to green flag racing. Gibson getting pushed by Morrison. Already completed 13 laps. It's taken a minute as we've seen a couple cautions so far tonight. Should have had a third caution, but everyone was able to save it. And that last one, well, there was chaos everywhere. So as you can see, side by side, these Gen 6 cars definitely being a handful for some drivers tonight. 25 cars on the lead lap. David Overstreet looking for some lucky dog action. He's going to need 2 of them to get back to the lead lap. As we ride with Ethan Horse and Kirby Caputa. Now jumping back to 8th with Ed Smith. Akers giving a big shove to John Bell here, trying to get him back up. John Bell going to get side by side with Gibson. Ooh, big checkups happening. And you saw that checkup happen. And as I said it, Len McNeese, Jacob Greenlee, David Overstreet, Bubba Winningham make contact. Jeff Carl, Doug Johnson, Alex Giffen make a little contact. And Doug Johnson gets a meatball flag off of it. Off of a 2X. We're going to have to see what happens to Doug. Oh, hard hit into the wall for Doug Johnson. And his car is in trouble, and that's where he gets the meatball flag. That allows John Bell, by the way, he gets pushed past Dalton Gibson. He is our leader. But Gibson rebounding back. He's pushing Kirby Caputa up to the lead. Now you have two high-octane drivers out in front. With a Shake and Bake and a Candy Shack following suit. Oh, contact from Caputa. And he is up in the wall, and carnage is flowing. And somehow, I believe we are staying green. Doug Johnson got a black flag. Kirby Caputa, meatball flag, meatball flag. Carl flag. Frank Ranger, a meatball flag. Doug Johnson got his black flag coming into the pits. Looks like a speeding penalty. Rob Duvendak and Frank Ranger make contact. They're going to collect a 4X each. That's going to move the pole setter back to 13th. Where John Bell is leading Chris Akers, Rob Connors, Ethan Horst, Dalton Gibson, and Robert Morrison. It is a 6-car race up front. And they are going to file single file right now. You see we ride inside the car of John Bell. Now Horst and Gibson going to come to the high side with Morrison. Maybe see a little side-by-side racing. Daniel Holloway has cleared his black flag. As Ethan Horst gets his way up to the lead. Teammate Dalton Gibson behind him. And we have more wrecking going on behind the caution going to fly. Benke, Maddish, Greenlee, Poston, Duvendak, Hunter Smith all involved. The caution is out. And the 69 turning the 35 on a bad push. Those two teammates. And then they're going to collect another teammate in the 11 of Hunter Smith. Duvendak sees the wreck, not able to avoid it. And he has a meatball flag. Todd Poston. The Skittles are going to spill on this one. He's able to take minimal damage around Maddish, but that front end, no meatball flag for him. Benke got a meatball flag off the initial contact. DJ Maddish got one. And we are under caution once again. And I believe that's the stage. And yes, as Todd Poston says, that is not the stage. So we're going to have a shootout. I did mute the stage, Todd, because I went in to ask about the stage. So I muted the stream so that you wouldn't have to hear Hawk Tua yet. We're not ready for all that yet. But we stay under yellow long enough, I am going to need some things to entertain the viewers. So Hawk Tua, it might be. The soundboard may be coming out. As we are going into the backstretch. Ooh, we're going to have us a 2-lap little shootout for the stage win. Remember, it will come at the completion of lap 25. Fast repairs used. Oh, man. Well, let's just start with this one. Nobody's walking away with a 0x tonight. Jacob Greenlee, Jeff Carl, they've used theirs. Kirby Caputa's used his. Bubba Winningham, Ed Smith has used his. Frank Ranger Jr., Sean Stevens, Matt Benke, David Overstreet, Doug Johnson, and Hunter Smith all used his. Somehow, Duvendak has not used his after collecting a ton of 4Xs. And Shake and Bake looking for some really good stage points here. Right now, they're sitting 1 and 2. Will they be able to hold off Robert Morrison, John Bell, Chris Akers, Rob Connors, Poston, or Will Weber? Akers has a lot of ground to make up. He has used his 2 provisionals for the year. The big truck is pulling off. And we are going back racing. As Ethan Horse is way out there for Dalton Gibson. He's given plenty of space. They get around the turn. Gibson going to drop behind his teammate. Morrison, does he look to get to the high line? Or does he stay in line? There are some damaged cars out here. Everybody is with the pack. And we have a car spinning. That will be our stage. Ethan Horst. Oh yeah, Oxalotto time, baby. He's coming in. That might be the most exciting stage win ever. As Rob Connors, John Bell, Will Weber, Daniel Holloway, Jacob Greenlee, and Sean Stevens all involved in the wreck. Connors and Greenlee receive the meatball flag, and it happens with a bad push. It looked like a little bump into the corner by Connors. Almost turns John Bell. John Bell able to keep it straight. Will Weber right behind it all. Almost gets taken back out as he went back down. Now, the moment I was waiting for, we're going to go to science class here. If I could even find the Discord. I can't screw this up. I'm going to need them. The moment I've been waiting for.
Hey!
Ethan Horst in the booth with the stage win. Dalton does his job and doesn't pass you. How are we feeling tonight?
Pretty good. I for once feel like I've got a decent run put together. A lot of improvements. Normally don't see this much time up front, but here we are.
That's it. We'll let you get into pits, and then we'll get through our interview. This way you don't screw it up and blame me. We'll be back with you.
Yeah.
All right, so nicely done. You go in, you come out 9th. Said the car's feeling good tonight. You had some teammates up around you. You've got teammates pretty much wrecking all over the place. Duvendak is just getting destroyed by cars on the track.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, definitely, I think Jacob, he's having himself a rough night back there in 23rd. But you've got Dalton with you. He won last week. You're looking to repeat it. We can talk about racing, but I'm going to do that for the rest of the stream. You know why you're up here. Because up in the corner, we have the Oxalato. So take us to science class. What the hell is an Oxalato? Take us to science class.
Okay. So they are amphibians, which means they can breathe air and in water, similar to a frog, but they go through, or they don't ever leave their aquatic state of life. Every amphibian goes through where they're in like a transition period. Most amphibians leave that and then go live on land or wherever, but axolotls don't. So they always have to live in water and in a moist environment.
So
they also have extremely good regenerative abilities and can grow back limbs, tails, gills, you name it. They can grow back almost any part of their body.
They're like the original mermaid, is what I'm getting out of that. So
okay,
that's what I'm getting. Like you know, the Little Mermaid. She goes on land, she gets her legs. Oxalatos don't do that. They just chill.
No,
their entire
they just
life.
Chill in the water, always.
You don't feed them. You don't feed them after midnight. You don't do that, and they're endangered in the wild.
Yes, in the wild, but they are thriving domestically, which is weird.
Which is weird, and you own 2 of them, as we learned last week, and I've been infatuated the entire time by these damn things. I think I'm going to go buy some just so I have some, and then I'll just keep them on stream the entire time, because
they're great.
I'm running out of commercials with all the cautions, but I feel like we could pass hours watching an aquarium.
Yeah, honestly, I could just watch these little dudes swim around. They're pretty entertaining.
That's it. Well, man, it's been fun watching you guys. Hopefully we can get you back up here for stage 2. I'll get you back as you're 1 to go and coming to the backstretch. I'll let you get back down with your teammates and maybe discuss some strategy.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, man. Congratulations. Hopefully we can catch you at the end.
Thank you. Of course. See ya.
And old Ethan Horst. And I've been pretty infatuated by these, as we always go in Discord and we bullshit after races. And man, I learned about it last week. I saw the aquarium. I was like, "What do you got? Fish?" She's like, "No, I got oxalatos." What in the hell is that say? Cheap views on RU? Oh boy, is that like porn? I don't know. Tyler, click that. You're a college kid. Tyler Hurts, everybody. He's in the chat. I don't know if you guys know this, but Tyler is the ASR Tour's dedicated tromboner. That's right. He's the tromboner in college. He's out there with the marching band, working hard and pepping up them football games. Tyler, I'm more impressed that you spelt axolotls correctly. Because my dum-dum, I couldn't spell it. I tried. It wasn't good. Back to racing. Russ Hancock in the lead. Alex Giffens moved up to 2nd. Dalton Gibson 3rd. Chris Akers 4th. Jeff Carl 5th. Poston 6th. Caputa 7. Holloway 8. Ethan Horst drops to 9. And Bubba Winningham. Some of these drivers have had a pretty rough night, and they have rebounded nicely after stage 1. We are back to green flag racing. As Russ Hancock controls that bottom line. He's got Mr. Dalton Gibson as his pusher. Alex Giffen. He's got Chris Akers and Todd Poston with him, and Daniel Holloway. There's a lot of candy on that top line right now. Season 1, we saw a very dominant season by Candy Shack. So far this season, it's been a slow start. It's been some slow starting. But 2 of them, 1 and 2, still in points. Still looking for their first Candy Shack win. As Akers on that high side, you saw him breathe up a little bit. Getting to the bumper of Alex Giffen. And food for thought, Russell Hancock, also Candy Shack. So they are all up front right now. Akers and Giffen actually reported 4 X's. And I'll tell you, these Gen 6 cars, they are not being friendly to the drivers tonight. And building a ton of incidents. Duvendak going to have his hands full in the post-review. Oh yeah, I learned about the Axolotl last week, and who knew? The little Mexican amphibian. And they're kind of cute. They are kind of cute. As DJ Maddish now going to drop in front of Chris Akers. Interesting, a lot of these drivers staying up into the high line. They are not clearing and dropping down tonight. So I wonder if that high line might be giving them a little bit more comforts, a little more feels, a little bit more grip. Daniel Holloway with his big old helmet. Kirby Caputa does a little swerving around Alex Giffen. Alex Giffen falls all the way back. 212. After restarting in the front, Daniel Holloway to the lead. And contact again. These guys able to keep it clean. No X's reported, but a lot of drivers, Banky, Overstreet, Laurent, McNeese, Ranger, Connors, Weber, all get their personal best. So their best laps of the night happening here in the last 3 laps. And where are we at with the teams? Well, here's how they rack. So Candy Shack now getting broken up a little bit. Still have 2 drivers in the top 5. Octane up there. Nightmare Motorsports and Wreck-It Racing leading the way as DJ Maddish moves his way up to the front. As now Robert Morrison drops down in front. And he is going to get punted, and this is going to throw an instant caution and be a monstrous wreck. Todd Poston, Robert Morrison, Len McNeese, John Bell, Holloway, Winningham, Akers, Smith, Ed Smith, Russ Hancock, Will Weber, David Overstreet, Jeff Carl Jr., Frank Ranger Jr., and Ethan Horst. All taking damage. And it starts up here in the front. And of course, it's going to be a terrible view. So we're going to pause it here. And we are going to try to get it going a little bit better so that we can actually see what happens. Morrison gets pushed by Poston, and then looks like Poston gets turned by Chris Akers. And the wrecks down pit road are coming. Robert Morrison actually fares very well here. Able to get back up on track. So good job by him. Somehow Chris Akers doesn't come into the pits, and I'm not quite sure how he survives this. He's cutting it, cutting it, cutting it. Oh, he's on, not by the pits. That's why he survived it. He is on the backstretch, and see Dalton Gibson up top hitting that wall. Daniel Holloway. What's he get from his view? He's on that outside. Barely any contact. Holloway able to survive it. Now, meatball flag for Ed Smith. He's going to take the biggest of the hits. Him, and it looks like Russ Hancock. Russ Hancock looks like his car is going to go airborne here. And it does. As Post and Skittles are just scattered all over the track going in between. Everybody coming down pit road. Except for Doug Johnson, who is gaining a lap back after avoiding the wreck. Daniel Holloway races off pit road. He will remain our leader. And with that, we'll go here from VetTix. VetTix, an organization. So, if you are a veteran, Mr. Lane, I don't know if you have this or not, if you've ever been to VetTix, they produce concert tickets, sporting tickets, tickets to events in your area. You go in, you apply for them. They're free. You pay a small processing charge, so I guess they're not free. I took my family of 4 to a country concert this weekend, and it cost me $16.95. So we got to go see a concert, $16.95, and it was a pretty good concert. Mitchell Tenpenny was there, Ashley Cook, so pretty good concert. They give them away all the time. Football fans, if you're a football fan, they give tickets away for that. If you are medical, a nurse, a first responder, you're also eligible for VetTix. Go in, use your ID Me to log in, and they will hook you up. You can get started checking it out. Definitely a great organization. All tickets donated for veteran use. So let's go and check them out. And go ahead, check them out if you're eligible. If you're not eligible, go ahead and let someone who is eligible know about them. Well, Bear Michaels is in the chat, and he is a DJ Maddish fan. Maddish up in 3rd right now, starting next to Len McNeese. He was out there in the lead, but that lead taken by Daniel Holloway and Dalton Gibson. Holloway, I believe, is our leader. Chose the high side. Dalton Gibson, well, he's just trying to find the track. And it's been a fun-filled night. We got a little science lesson. Seen some cars wreck. We've got 20 cars still on the lead lap. Duvendak, the last car on the lead lap. And we are back to green flag racing. as they burn into turn 1 and 2. It seems like these Gen 6 cars are getting some pretty big runs. And then what it's doing is some of these cars they're braking or they're slowing down off the big run. And it's creating some checkups, and those checkups are just creating chaos for the guys in the back. You can see a driver like Duvendak, Will Weber, Brianna Laurent, Chris Akers. Akers is with the pack. Laurent with the pack. But Will Weber, Rob Duvendak, Doug Johnson, they are all off pace. And it doesn't matter because another caution. This one, Morrison gets a meatball, Giffen gets a meatball, Bubba Winningham gets a meatball, John Bell gets a meatball. David Overstreet, Ed Smith, Glenn McNeese, Sean Stevens, John Bell, Dalton Gibson, Bubba Winningham, Alex Giffen, Robert Morrison, and Brianna Laurent all involved. And Dalton Gibson comes down, and you can see riding with Len McNeese. Gibson comes down, hits McNeese off the wall bounce. And this is going to collect the cars. We got a really good view of that last time around as we actually went in car with McNeese. And this one, what's going to happen is we're going to get enough cautions. It's going to start claiming drivers from the race, either by fault or just by damage. I said nobody had a 0x on the night. Nobody has a 2x on the night. Nobody has a 4x. The lowest X I see right now for any driver is an 8. So every car out there has taken some damage and at least been involved twice. Todd, I'm coming. I'm coming. I know what you want. And you know what? You've given me enough cautions. We've got 10 laps to go till stage. That will bring it down.
And say out.
We know what Todd wants me to do. I'm here for the Hawk Tua. As we come down into Candy Shack. Hey guys, it's chaos out there tonight. You guys staying safe? I know Todd's Skittles are spilling all over the track.
There's candy everywhere.
You know, all I gotta say is that during practice, if Todd hits somebody, they're gonna get a Skittles patch. Well, I think the whole field just got their Skittle patched.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
gonna be Daytona
everyone,
sponsored by Skittles.
You might as well at this point. They are everywhere. I said this has been the first race I've seen where everybody has an incident level of at least 8. There is nobody below an 8. Yep. All cars are damaged. So what's going on with those cars out there tonight?
I think a little bit aggressive. Track temps 123 degrees. I think people are pushing in the turns a little bit too much. That's just me as far as what I'm seeing.
So maybe
The rear's a bit heavy with all the fuel.
And the fuel
Honestly,
is a bit heavier
that's not
too.
a joke.
You know, and that sounds like a complaint that we can hold for Rob Duvendak because he created tonight's setup, not Guy Bracco. So we'll just throw that out there. He's fired me, and he has screwed up back-to-back weeks.
He's fired.
Yep, I think it's time to fire him. So we're going to be hiring for an official member to just create sessions. Someone who can actually read, because clearly we cannot. But... well, so far, Holloway, you were up in front a little bit. Actually, all 4 of you at one point were up there. Now Holloway remains. He's up there in 3rd. Todd, you're coming out 6th. Chris has crawled his way back up into about 10th. And, well, Russ, you're up here in 5th. So you guys are still doing pretty well, trying to keep the cars clean. Chris Akers with the highest incidents, though, I've ever seen from this man. So I'm kind of enjoying tonight.
The bad thing is I have 0 damage, and I've got 20x. How does that work? I've not used my fast repair. I have 0 damage, and I got 20x. That's just crap.
Well, I will tell you, Will Weber also came into pits. He's at a 12x, and he had 0 damage when he came in. He went to get it fixed up, and he had nothing to fix. So I'm not quite sure. I think maybe they're throwing false X's. It does seem the Gen 6 car is definitely producing X's quickly. And we've seen meatballs just from cutting through the grass tonight.
Well, I would say a lot of these X's, I guess they didn't want to stay in Texas today.
No X's in Texas, but
we're just driving brick.
That's it. We are getting there. We're almost halfway. We still got 54 laps remaining, completed 41. So let me get out of your guys' hair so you guys can concentrate. And I'm not going to cause any more cautions. So I'm running out of commercials. So this is what I've got for entertainment.
Yeah, well, Austin Dilling it. Don't worry. We'll got you.
Fantastic.
53 laps.
I can't wait. And just be careful who becomes your Logano.
Ooh.
As we go down and check with Candy Shack, those guys always fun to talk to. We may do that tonight. We may just start dropping in on teams and going to talk to these drivers. If it's going to be a long night, we're at least going to have some fun with it. Maybe get to know some of these drivers around here. We've heard from Shake and Bake. We hear from Candy Shack. Looks like Octane's got a pretty full house. Wreck-It Racing's got a pretty good house. And then you've got some solo dolos. Like the Squirrels. Ambrose Knieble. The Kniebler elf who decided he was too busy. As we are back to green flag racing once again. That's a great picture there, iRacing, as you give us the fence. Now we have completed 42 laps, which is going to leave us 8 to go until we get the next stage. Remember, stage will happen at the end of lap 50. We will not throw a caution. Looks like Hunter Smith is done for the night. Bubba Winningham may be done for the night. Frank Granger currently 4 laps down. Bell 3 laps down. Greenlee 3 laps down. And we are under caution. And if I could figure out how to get rid of my Hawk Tua thing, I don't really know how to do it. So at this point, I guess we could just find some more music. That's kind of what the night feels like right now. As we are back under caution, that will not be the stage. Sean Stevens, Daniel Holloway, Todd Poston, Laurent, all getting meatball flags. Involved in the wreck, well, the list is long. Russell Hancock, Sean Stevens, Kirby Caputa, Daniel Holloway, Poston Connors, Jeff Carl, Len McNeese, Chris Akers, Rob Duvendak, Will Weber, Brianna Laurent, Jacob Greenlee, David Overstreet, Doug Johnson, and Ed Smith. Let's go back and figure this one out. We ride with the 343, and it happens right in front of him. He's able to split the gap. Gets out of the way. How about Sean Stevens? Just pinballed all around. Duvendak collecting cars as he goes sideways. Daniel Holloway. Well, Jeff Carl. And then you got Duvendak back here. gets turned by Len McNeese. Len trying to slow up. You saw the flames come out behind him and Duvendak's cars. Just does not slow up in time. And that sends Duvendak round and round. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go find us some new friends to talk to. And maybe go to High Octane. High Octane! Guy,
okay.
No, just guy in the booth. He's here to visit, and I don't know how to shut that thing off. So... We figured, you know what? You are giving us so much entertainment tonight. We're going to come down and see how everybody's doing. I've already checked on Candy Shack. I've checked on a little bit of Shake and Bake. How is High Octane doing as nobody has an incident below 8?
You got a number for the local hospital? Does that qualify how we're doing?
The only number I have is the Veteran Crisis line, so you can call it. I'm sure they'll help you.
Hey, Guy, I thought this was Smash to Pass. Is this the wrong race?
It is definitely looking that way. We have carnage everywhere. It's been a pretty exciting night. Right now, your counterpart over there in Wreck-It Racing is leading this race. With Matt Benke, they're both out there.
I know, right?
So, man, it just looks like bad breaks and big wrecks are happening. And
the plan was for them to get up front, and then we wreck the rest of the field.
But we weren't supposed to be all out of our fast repairs, though, when that happened.
No, and I think that's the problem you guys are all going to start running into, is it looks like from 16 on down, all fast repairs have been used. I'm amazed that drivers still have a fast repair. It's like they're holding on to it. But I wanted to come down, check on you guys, make sure we were surviving tonight, and I think for the most part you're trying, except for Bell. He's dead. I don't know what he's doing back there. His number of laps, like on my counter, just keeps going. Last time I had the last caution was 3 laps down. He's now 6. So he's working his way. Ed, you're 1 lap down, sitting in a pretty good position for Lucky Dog. So keep it clean and get back to that lead lap, and maybe just stay away.
But guy, what you don't understand is my wheel is canted 45 degrees to the right. Well, that's not good, man. I'm just telling you, that's not good.
It's perfect. If you tilt your head 45 degrees to the left, everything lines up. Try it out.
That does work.
It does work.
I'm trying it. Yes, I got it.
So, but wanted to come down and check on you guys. Glad it's all going good. And I'm going to go back up in the booth and see what more sounds I can play with, because I have found a ton. That's how my night's going.
Well, at least you're entertaining yourself.
I am entertaining myself, so... We'll catch y'all in a little bit, and maybe we'll catch one of y'all at the end of this thing. We may see a
There's no maybe
winner.
about it. You're going to catch me up there.
I'm okay. I'll hold
Who do
you
we
to
got
it.
up front? We got 5 laps to stage. Who do we got up front right now?
Right now in your lead is DJ Maddish, Benke, Weber, Hancock, Horst, Akers, Gibson, Morrison, Caputa, and Giffen.
Okay.
That is your top 10, and I'm out of here so y'all can concentrate on driving, because clearly nobody needs a distraction tonight.
Appreciate it, guy.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
We'll see y'all later.
Bye-bye.
And we are back, Green Flag Racing. Yes, the completion of lap 50. We may get a second stage winner. We might have some cars remaining. I'm not sure. Bubba, it looks like that when they're in traffic. And we've seen it multiple times tonight. These Gen 6s are getting some huge runs. And then they're checking up the runs, just like we just saw there. The run checks up, and everyone in the back is forced to slam on the brakes, and so far, that has not been working. Hopefully, Bubba's got himself a Chevyland warranty, as he's going to need a new engine for next week. And if you want to know about Chevyland, tune in Sunday nights to the NSRA, where Bubba Winningham and Chevyland sponsor that series. Produce some Really good racing last night, especially for being Atlanta. It was definitely a fun one, and if you go back and watch the broadcast, you will see Len McNeese became the highlight of my broadcast, and I loved every second of it. Right now, though, Will Weber, Ethan Horst out in front. They are trying to get to the stage break here. I'm not quite sure how Rob Duvendak, he also is still on this track under his own power. He's with Chris Akers. They each have 20X and have not used the fast repair. Don't seem to have the damage. They're staying with the packs. As Akers moves his way up into third. That's going to put Weber on the outside. Akers, the second car, he's pushing him. Caputa and Madish. And we'll get up here with Mr. Will Weber as we are on lap 50. And we'll see if Weber able to get a stage win for Shooter McGavin Motorsports, the last remaining driver. Akers linked up with them. I look for the 83 to try to make a move here and get a stage win. Those 2 points are huge, I guess, as we've got one going to the infield. Remember, we are staying green. Will Weber will win stage 2. Caputa takes second. Akers third. So pretty good points for Wreck-It Racing. They've got DJ Madish and Brianna Laurent in the top 5. A caution out. And more cars collected. Not quite sure where this one. It's weird because David Overstreet and Jeff Carl each get a 2X. And you see the car to the inside. Oh, big hit. Huge hit. And I believe that was Jeff Carl. I think Carl showing a... Well, he's still having some problems back here. That was Jeff with a huge hit. Let's see if we can get... Let's go to the cockpit here of Mr. Carl, who is not the 56. I think his paint scheme just has a weird number on it. To the inside wall of the backstretch, Jeff goes. And it is a huge hit. The hood goes up. He is rolling. Jeff Carl already used his fast repair. Did get a meatball flag. This might be it for Jeff Carl tonight. Will Weber still your leader. And now... see if I can find these guys. Hey, Wreck-It Racing. I got a lot of downtime up in the booth tonight because of all these cautions, so I'm just kind of making my rounds. Heck of a stage by you guys. I believe you got 2 top 5s there. How we feeling tonight?
We actually got 3 top 5. Well, 2 top 5s, 3 in the top 10.
I was like, you didn't have 3 top 5s, but I know math, kind of.
Yeah,
kind of. But pretty good night. The three of you guys able to finish in the top 10. How we feeling trying to get through the remaining 43 laps?
Well, just guys, try to stay out of the mess. Try working together and get out front.
Well, I'll tell you, DJ, it is a pretty impressive night tonight. You still have your fast repair. You have 8 incidents points. That is one of the lowest on the night. So keep doing what you're doing, and you might be able to bring this thing home to victory lane and get yourself locked into a playoff spot.
Thank you. Hope we can. Hope this team can get out front and get Wreck its first win or High Octane.
That's it.
We are. Hopefully, we can stay out of all the wrecks that have been happening.
There's definitely been a bunch so far. Wreck avoidance has not been easy, but a lot of racing to go. Kind of tone it down, and maybe we can get through the remainder of this thing. But wanted to stop in, see how everybody was feeling, and hopefully we catch one of y'all here at the end of this thing.
Definitely, yeah. We hope so.
We hope it's all 3 of us.
Well, we'll see. Jeff,
hoping to be there.
No, it's not Jeff Carl. He just died. Sorry, Jeff. Because he just joined your chat. Like, yeah, I just watched him. He died. He rolled. But I'll get out of here so you can guys get focused, and we'll see who we catch at the end.
Thank you, sir.
Right,
thank you.
Well, we've definitely been tuning in with a bunch of drivers. Not many left. We're still, I can't say that. We still got 23 left. Sean Stevens, Bubba Winningham, Hunter Smith, the only ones out. Everybody else still hanging in by a thread of some sort. We'll keep this thing on the... Wait a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. This, like, does this look like Will Weber's crashed? I hope not. Right? He's on his way out, right? Because I went to crash cam and it automatically brought me to Will Weber. He's not. He's doing fine. Weber's okay. He's out there. I was freaking out a little bit. Not quite sure what happened. But he is hanging on. So, we are about as halfway as we're getting. We're going to go ahead and switch it. I don't know if we're going to see 66 laps tonight. We've got 41 remaining laps as we are going green. Ethan Horst out in front with Kirby Caputa, Alex Giffen, and Dalton Gibson. We've seen Shake and Bake up there. These two drivers have been up here a lot tonight. A long single file row right now. As these guys have about an hour and 40 minutes to get through 41 laps. Pray for us if it doesn't. Already been racing for an hour and 10 minutes. We've made it halfway. We are at 40 to go. Shake and Bake out in front. The cars seem to be pretty healthy. Dalton Gibson and Ethan Horst getting chased down by Alex Giffen and Kirby Caputa. Giffen controlling that outside line. We had Doug Johnson, who's battled his way back to the top 5. Gibson maybe look to move into the high line. And here comes the turn, DJ Maddish. We may stay green here, though. It looks like DJ funneled his way through. I'm not quite sure. Great job by the field avoiding DJ Maddish. Matt Benke and David Overstreet make contact, but somehow Maddish not destroyed on this. He gets the car straight again. Instantly drops it to the bottom of the track and gets out of everybody's way. Smart racing by the 69. Protected the car the best way he could and able to keep this thing green. Opens the door, though, for Alex Giffen. He moves into the lead. Looks like Dalton Gibson gets filed to the back. You see all Duvendak swerving through traffic. He's able to get his car back to the bottom side. Doug Johnson now looking to get some laps led. Doug Johnson, Matt Benke, and Ethan Horst linked on that bottom side. As a pack behind them, led by Alex Giffen. And David Overstreet, who's 2 laps down. So Kirby Caputo is actually the other car who's on the lead lap. Duvendak trying to get him to catch up here. Now Duvendak going with his teammate, Ethan Horst. Ethan's going to come to the high side. Duvendak going to go down. He's going to get a little bit of a run. Will that door get closed? Horst comes to the high side. Oh, we're going to have some cars swerving. The 35. Thanks, hon. 35, able to survive it, Matt Benke, but he is filing way back, and we are staying green. Benke and Ethan Horst make the contact. So some big moves from Shake and Bake, and they are out in front. Rob Duvendak to the lead. Remember, Duvendak did start on the pole. And now the 388 possibly getting turned. Doug Johnson, and he's trying to save it. He's going to go to the inside wall. And now Giffen coming up to the front. Now Alex Giffen, Rob Duvendak, Ethan Horst, Len McNeese trying to surge ahead. 33 laps to go. Robert Morrison in tow. He's still got the draft. He's trying to close the gap on him. And caution is out. Benke. Oh no, Brianna Laurent, Benke, and Jacob Greenlee. Laurent gets up into the wall and just comes down. And takes out Jacob Greenlee. I want to go into the cockpit here. That is an awkward. Well. And Benke following. Sends the 6 up in the sky. And here we are again. Under caution, Alex Giffen, your leader. I don't really know how many wrecks that is, but boy, is it a ton. And we are going to tune into a quick commercial break. And we're under caution. Well, Spencer, sometimes you just got to work the magic. I really just wanted more caution so I could go get some ice cream. So if you're still watching this, I advise getting some ice cream. Somehow, some way, the 99 comes out in the lead. Len McNeese starts on the outside. And Dalton Gibson, by the way, we'll see if that's true curse. And Ethan Horst are now the lowest incidence of the night. So we'll spread the curse all over the place. After that, it's going to be the squirrel's turn. Look at the 35 camera. Oh, I saw. You killed her, Matt. She is dead. You definitely killed Brianna there. Let me see. You killed her. She came right up in front of you and you sent her airborne. We're 30 to go. We might get through this thing in time. Hopefully before my ice cream melts. They all should be eating ice cream. I don't care if they're eating ice cream on the track at this point. As we are about to go green again. Hopefully for a little bit. The amazing thing is 23 cars are still out here racing. 16 of which are on the lead lap. It has been a tough night for the tour. They're trying to work their way through. Sometimes they happen. Len McNeese drops down in front of Duvendak. And he is the new leader. Len trying to get that one bonus point for lap led. We've had a ton of lead changes tonight. And Will Weber back out in front. Weber going to lead that lap. Duvendak getting to the rear bumper of the 84. Trying to get McNeese back out in front of Will Weber. McNeese still not able to lead a lap. That outside line just too fast as DJ Madish does a little flash in and out. Little flash dance. You got to be careful with him under caution if he flashes. We've seen him take out 5 or 6. You know, I just have an ice cream cone, man. A little vanilla ice cream with, what are those things called? They got the peanuts on them, the little chocolate piece underneath the bottom. It's absolutely delicious. Is it just like a cone? I got a name. I don't know. My wife buys it. Let's be real. I don't go to a grocery store. Uh-oh, Duvendak. Gotta be careful down there. Duvendak gets filed to the bottom, and oh my god. Somehow has no X Ethan Horse. I'm not even quite sure how he just rode that line. Rewind this. The car doesn't look right the whole way through. He drops down. Maybe got doored down, but then watch him ride the line. The car is like crab walking at one point. And somehow he's able to bring it up in the back. And Chris Akers out in the lead. Akers getting pushed by Maddish, Ed Smith, Robert Morrison, Will Weber. And Daniel Holloway shifting his car from the high line to the bottom. You can see David Dagg's car way back there in 16th. He is well off the pace. Going to need a little caution help. As Maddish back out in front. And we are now down to 22 laps to go. DJ Maddish still leading. Robert Morrison and Len McNeese on the bottom, trying to get past Mr. Ed Smith and DJ Maddish. And here we go again, as Robert Morrison getting turned will bring out the caution. Len McNeese, Doug Johnson, Robert Morrison, Alex Giffen, Russ Hancock, David Overstreet, Ethan Horst, Frank Ranger, and Dalton Gibson. Okay, maybe the curse is real. And DJ Maddish and Ed Smith come out in front. They've got the gas to make this. I can't see them going into pit. Maybe we go down and check. You know who I didn't go talk to as a whole? Shake and Bake. Let's get a little Hawk 2 action in there.
I'm in the car. Will you go the fuck away?
Okay, well, we're live on the broadcast, so thanks there, Doof. Oh, I'm not going away. Welcome to the old Hawk 2 show.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Oh, now it's a what's up, buddy. Well, too late.
Oh, well,
for
we're
that.
live on air. I gotta keep my good guy mentality.
Well, that's gone now, and you know what?
Hey.
They just watched you crab walk halfway around this track. I'm not quite sure how you kept that thing from completely getting destroyed, but you did. How we doing down here?
It's been a shit show. I mean, we got 20 incident points, and none of them. Well, 4 of them are from me from hitting Jacob under caution, but I barely tapped him, and it gave me 4. So, other than that,
30 seconds worth of damage, though.
well, he claims 30 seconds, but we all know he only lasts 10. So,
Well, 30 seconds just not enough. Man, I'll tell you what, Will, I didn't even come down here and talk to you during after the stage. And I've had plenty of times. In fact, I had to think about it. Who won stage 2? So, how we feeling tonight?
Yeah, I think you, my team, well, my adopted team, and everyone on the track forgot I won stage 2 as well. I almost forgot. So
it was a long time ago.
You know, great pushes from Chris there at the end of the stage. Really appreciated that. We kept it clean, which was nice. Don't really know if it's gonna stay that way.
No, but the good news is you're up here now. You're still up here with Chris. He's going to be starting to your inside. It looks like that may be your only friend right now, as it looks like most of Shake and Bake way out in the back. Duvidak rebounds nicely.
Easy.
Gets to 10th. I don't know exactly what happened to Ethan and Dalton, but I may have cursed them. But what's the plan here? You guys going to be able to push this thing up to the front and maybe make it past Wreck-It Racing? Because right now, Wreck-It out in front.
bro, we're winning this bitch. All right.
I'm ready for it. And I'll tell you,
Yeah.
After tonight, look, we had science class. We learned all about the oxalatos. Whatever.
That's what I hear.
Dude, it was awesome. We've watched commercials. We've had great fan experience. You know, it's me and Spencer Teal are talking ice cream now. Todd's trying to tell me about hoods. I've been to every team channel except for you guys, so I decided I'd come down here. Look, we got 18 laps to go. For the love of God, can we keep it green? I'm getting tired. I'm too fat to stay up this late. At
You're
least in
asking
one
too much.
position. You're right. But that's it for me, man. I'm going to go up to the booth and enjoy the last 18 laps. I already ate my ice cream. It was good. So I'm out of that. Now you guys see if you can go win this thing. Get Shake and Bake back in there back-to-back weeks. So you said they'd all win one this year. Everybody but Gayson. We know he's not winning a race. He's got to show up
Well, I mean,
for it.
you got to show up. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to show up to win. So when he shows up, maybe I'll stop with the Gayson. But until then, he is Gayson Pate. And look, you got Gayson Pate and you got the Tromboner. Those guys got to show up, and maybe I'll find a new nickname for them. Until then, we're getting down on the laps. So
Well, we're gonna go get this. We're probably gonna die in the process, but we're gonna still win this.
that's it. Well, I'm going to head back up to the booth, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the show. So go get it.
All right, sounds
All right.
good. Get the hell out of here.
All right, we're out of that crazy bonkers thing. Surprisingly, tensions are not too high around the league. Is the temperature I'm feeling? These guys are laughing this race off, which is huge. They're out here having fun. It's one of the biggest things you can do. When it becomes too serious and not fun, it's not worth doing. It's been a tough night. They're still having a good time. Surprisingly, we got a ton of cars still out here. But we are back under green flag. DJ Maddish, Ed Smith, they are out in front. You've got Will Weber and Chris Akers running them down. Kirby Caputa out there. Robert Morrison also up here still. Daniel Holloway, Todd Poston. I see a little Duvendak. This could be an epic finish. Who's it going to be? Who is your money on tonight? I'm not going to lie. I'm going to put mine on a first time ASR winner. I'm not going to mention it because there's obviously a broadcaster's curse, but I don't think it'll be one of the favorites. The tour has started off with 3 winners we have not seen. They've now won a race, locked themselves in. That obviously being Dalton and Joe Fogg. And more contact, this time on Ed Smith. He's able to get it around the turn, keep it straight. And some separating cars back there. I wonder if that's just too much damage. All the way back with Dalton Gibson. Let's see. I don't see any contact indicators, so that may just be too much damage to the 07 remaining. And this outside line trying to form. As it looks like Poston going to join the fun on the outside. Madish hits the apron. Poston sees it. He slides up a little bit. 15 laps to go. Will Weber, your leader, getting pushed by Chris Akers. Kirby Caputa and Daniel Holloway and Robert Morrison going single file. DJ Madish and Rob Connors trying to make a push with Daniel Holloway. They're going to join the single file for now. Which driver is going to be the first to try to get up into that second lane? And looks like we're going to have a little bit of action. It's going to be Todd Poston, Len McNeese, and Rob Duvendak going to that second lane. Coming up as they go, they're approaching 13 laps to go. Weber and Akers still out in front. Ethan Horse, Ed Smith going to join in. Looks like Madish going to slide up in front of Ethan Horse. Now the outside lane starting to get some momentum. I say this as they drop back to the bottom. Duvendak now hugging it around the outside. Holloway Poston, Duvendak McNeese. Madish comes up. Ed Smith comes up. And Will Weber and Chris Akers still hanging on to the bottom line. Duvendak's going to drop down in front of Caputa. As Holloway and Poston do the same. Duvendak going to go on a run. Now it's almost a 3 wide. Duvendak sees it. He tucks back in. Len McNeese trying to make some ground. Will he be able to move into the top 5? Weber's, Akers, Holloway, Poston, McNeese, Duvendak. McNeese now trying to lead the outside line. As they come up to 10 laps to go. Robert Morrison dropping to the bottom line. See if he can play the runs off these cars. McNeese and DJ Madish, they've been staying high. Ethan Horse now getting a run on the bottom. He gets around DJ. And he's going to bring some friends with him. definitely forgot about Will winning stage 2. I feel like it was forever ago. But we got it in there towards the end of this thing. Kirby Caputa, he hops up in front of Len McNeese. He's looking to maybe try to lead an outside. Thing is, the outside's not organizing fast enough. And one of these drivers in this top 5 position are going to have to take a chance to go up. If they want any chance to get a big run here, Chris Akers, Will Weber, and Daniel Holloway. Poston sitting in that 4th position. Duvendak in the 5th. I can't believe it. I believe we're coming up on some lap traffic. I don't think we've done that one all night. As I said it would have to happen, here it happens. Akers goes on the outside. Holloway goes with him. Poston goes with him. Duvendak gets to the back bumper of Weber. And here comes the lap traffic. Remember, lap traffic must go high or get off the track. And this is going to bring Robert Morrison. And the caution is out. Possibly caused by lap traffic. Let's go take a look. I don't think he ever gets underneath. Maybe not. Now, I'm pretty sure Jeff Carl, he's trying to get low. He's low there. But because of this turn, kind of sends him back into the track, and that's where the little wreck happens. And they'll look at that post-race, but right now, anybody's race. It'd be interesting to see, does Duvendak come in and maybe use this fast repair now? Does Chris Akers maybe come in and use up? He did use his fast repair. Will Weber has his. DJ Madish has his. David O looks to be coming back on the lead lap. If we did get another caution, Ed Smith would be your lucky dog recipient, if not involved in a wreck. And to answer the question, no. Duvendak did not use the fast repair. Lights are off on the pace truck. And we'll keep it out here in front. We're Candy Shack. 1, 2, 3 with Len McNeese 4th. So we've talked about the lowest incident points on the night. Somehow David Overstreet's car getting back to the lucky dog. He has 34 on the night, and he has been a pinball. Currently sitting 13th and back on the lead lap. Waiting the big truck to pull off. And we are going back to green flag racing. Teammates on the front line. Akers, Holloway. Who's going to challenge them? Oh, we're getting a little wall action already. You see Morrison solid. He hopped down to the bottom line pretty quickly. Now Len McNeese in front of Chris Akers. Will Weber on the bumper of Daniel Holloway. As they come around the backstretch, if they're able to complete this series, we will get a white flag. Hallelujah. This thing will end in regulation. Holloway gets funneled back. Weber now, the white flag going to come out. Weber going to drop to the bottom. Oh, Len McNeese into the bottom side. Able to keep it straight. Weber out in front. He's got Ethan Horse with him. Maddish almost comes down as he's trying to get to the bumper of Chris Akers. And we got a wreck going on behind us, but it doesn't matter. The white flag is out. They're going through 3 and 4 now. As they are coming around. Akers with a huge run. Drops to the bottom in front of Weber. Weber now dives to the bottom. DJ Maddish. Got it shuffling. DJ Maddish gets the win. Holy shit. I told you. My feeling was not a favorite who has never won a race. Wreck-It Racing brings home the checker. Chris Akers second, Will Weber third, Caputa fourth, Ethan Horst, 5th. And we said there was a wreck back. What happens? It happens back here. Duvendak into the wall a little bit. And then he's going to get turned, and Skittles are going to fly. Duvendak's going to fly. Hershey Kisses are flying. There are cars everywhere. Duvendak's driving backwards. Now, right in here, you can see the big move on Chris Akers drops to the bottom. That puts Maddish on a big run. It's got Weber then makes a big move. He goes to the bottom. And that bump right there, this has got to be close. This has to be close, and I don't even know if let's go to the finish line. It is just that close. As they come to the line. You can see Akers has the advantage. He knows DJ's getting a little bit of a run. And I don't know if Akers comes up to door to maybe slow the run. But DJ's going to get him. He's got the outside momentum. Akers knows it. They come up. They go with the super speedway bump. And Maddish comes across the line. And that's how they finish. It's been a long night. But a pretty exciting one. As we will go find Mr. Will Weber. See if we can move him here. Will, guy in the booth to get a copy.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, what a finish. You were able to win stage 2. Bring it home for a podium finish here tonight, man. How we feeling after this chaotic night of racing?
Man, with that many Candy Shack guys up front, I knew it was going to be tough, but I thought I might have snuck a win in there for a second. But that was a hell of a finish. Really, really, really good racing. Congrats to DJ. That was the most fun I've had in the last 3-4 laps in a race in a long time.
Well, I'll tell you what, big move by Chris Akers at the end. He went down, and I think he was trying to come down to take some run from you so that you'd push him. I don't know if he came down too far and ended up shoving you into the middle. Then you made another big move, go to the bottom. And, man, it was really close coming to the line. DJ got a huge run at the end of that. Akers went up, and the only way you can stop it, I guess, is try to door him. And just not able to get it done. DJ gets his first ASR Tour win. But, man, glad to see you back out here and getting a third-place finish. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Well, we get to run this car all over again next week at Talladega. What are some things you think we're going to have to work on here?
I mean, honestly, I think it's a little bit of patience. It's kind of like iRacing Super Speedway, where there's a lot of big runs. And in the times where we were running some clean laps there and I was in a pack, I don't know if I ever hit full throttle. So I think it's a lot of guys just learning to run 3/4, 80% throttle and taking what makes sense at the time. Like, I get it if we're racing for stage points or a win, but when we're in the middle of a 50 lap run, you don't have to take every run. So I think it's a little bit of patience, and I think we'll clean it up a little bit next week.
I think so. Definitely some sound advice from a veteran. Before I let you get out of here, you know how we're going to finish it off, man? Floor's yours.
Yeah, man. Just shout out to everybody racing there at the end. I know I've raced with Candy Shack guys a lot, and we like to go back and forth. And I knew they were going to be tough, and I know Dan doesn't take the 3 wide move personally. We got to do what we got to do to try and go for a win. I got teammates behind me. It's hard to give up that opportunity. And unfortunately, with how their lineup worked out, he was the odd man out. But all in all, really, really good race. Shout out again to Chris for the big pushes there in stage 2. And hopefully we can go get them next week.
That's it. Well, congratulations on the 3rd place finish, and we will catch you next week at Talladega.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Will Weber brings home the 3rd place. Coming in 2nd place with a monster move at the end to get around Will Weber, Chris Akers. Man, 2nd place finish. He almost had the win here. DJ got the last momentum run, able to get it done. I saw the little door bumping at the end. The only way you could really slow someone at super speedway is a safe door bump. It doesn't work. You finish 2nd, but welcome back, Chris Akers, and already a podium finish for you, man. How are we feeling tonight?
That was great. I knew I had that run there to the end of the line. I got a bad bumper hook down in front of wheel, or I'd had that win. That should have been an easy win coming out, but it is what it is. We missed 2 races. I got stage 2 points, or stage 1 and stage 2 points. Got a 2nd place in stage 2, and got 2nd place. So I should be bouncing back up the leaderboard now. So let's go back and get my regular season 1st place spot back, and then hopefully run for a championship here soon. So it's good to be back. I wish it could turn out a little bit better, but I ain't gonna complain. That was a great first race.
Well, man, it was definitely good. This is the 3rd week in a row we have seen first-time ASR winners. DJ Maddish going to be the 3rd. Last week was Dalton Gibson. The week before that, Joseph Fogg. So this season, with changing cars, keeping tracks, we have definitely seen chaos at the end of these things. And, man, Candy Shack was right there as always. And I think now that the team is back together, it's going to be tough to beat you guys, as it always is. Teammates did a really good job keeping you in the lead of team points. You're just here to pad those stats a little bit. Glad to have you back, and congratulations getting the 2nd place. It was definitely a huge move in front of Will, and it's like you just missed the hookup, because I was like, man, I don't think Chris meant to go that low. He wanted to get right there.
No, actually, I was going to stay in front of DJ the entire time, but he got these cars bump really funny. So when we come out of the corner, it got me loose, and then when he tried to bump me again, it shot me down in front of Will, or I would have stayed right in front of DJ and run it out, because that high line was right where this car needed to be all night long. Once you got 3 cars hooked up on the high line, the low line disappeared every time. So I knew as soon as I got back up there on the high side, it was a done deal. We was going to go straight to the front and hopefully win a race. But come up a little short, but it's fun.
Well, we've seen our highest incidents of the season. I asked one veteran and Will Weber what he thought. So I'll ask you, as last year's point champ, regular season point champ, what do these guys need to work on going into next week? What can we clean up? What can we fix?
I got to be patient with those bumps. The bump drafting is very touchy with these cars. Even the checkups, you gotta be very careful being the 3rd or 4th car in line. That's where a lot of the wrecks happen. You don't expect the checkups whenever you get the 1st car loose. The 2nd car has to check up hard, and then the 3rd, and just stacks us up, and that's wrecks happen all the time. And then guys holding their lines a huge thing. But man, I had 32 incidents. That's more than I had last season combined. What's wrong with these cars?
I'll tell you what, we knew adding the Gen 6, this was going to be the wild card. You know, we've raced some Gen 4s, we've raced the Xfinities, the trucks, in the next gen. We do that a lot. But to throw the Gen 6 and throw the old classic in here, and man, I'll tell you what, you and Duvendak up there high in the incident points is very, very rare. I mean, I think I finished you at 32. Duvendak finished at 27. You almost took the lead away from David Overstreet. He finished with 34. So And you didn't use your fast repair to the end of this thing, and I think that was just to get a fresh car back out there.
I didn't even mean to use it. I had 40 seconds of damage the entire race. Every time I got a 4X, it was no damage. I got it one time in the huge wreck, and it was 40 seconds. I didn't even mean to use it. I was going to keep running with the same old car, but I split in to grab some fuel and completely forgot to take it off. But yeah, I can't believe I got 32 and only had 40 seconds worth of damage. That's crazy.
Well, and we saw all the incidents go up, but clearly this Gen 6 car is taking a beating. We finished with, towards the end of this, 14 on the lead lap as Duvendak came in 14th. But man, up until the end of it, there were still 20 people on the lead lap to almost the second to third last wreck. These cars took a beating tonight. They were fun to watch. I had fun up here broadcasting. Again, glad you're back. Congratulations on getting the second place. Before I let you get out of here, though, you know how we're going to leave off. Floor's yours.
Big shout out to the CSM guys, Todd, Holloway, Russ. I can't wait for Hurt to be back so we have a full team. But shout out to those guys for running great all night. We got caught up in a mess, or we'd been all four up there running for this win. Shout out to Mom and Dad. I know they're watching. Thanks you guys for broadcasting, guy. Appreciate it. And thanks for Duve and you for putting this league on. It's been awesome. I enjoy it every time I run in it. Can't thank you guys enough.
Well, man, it was fun. We will catch you next week as we head to Talladega.
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
All right. Have a good night, Chris.
You too.
Chris Akers takes home the second. Somehow I moved Dalton Gibson. And DJ Maddish, our winner. Congratulations. That's it for me, everybody. You guys have a great night. We will catch you next week. DJ, good job tonight.
Thank you.
I'm just messing with you, DJ. Congratulations, buddy. You got yourself the win.
Thank you. Finally. After 3 seasons.
Well, I'll tell you what. We pulled you over from Noma. You kind of had the reckless mentality in Noma. That's, people thought you were a reckless driver. And, man, I'll tell you what. Middle of this thing, you were the lowest incidents. Then I mentioned it. And you guys, I feel like Wreck-It. I cursed you. You guys all got wrapped up in it. But did not use your fast repair. You were able to bounce back, get your car back up there in great position. Chris Akers, he kind of got a little wind hook, so it kind of knocked him out of your way, which is perfect.
Close. I was for sure he was coming.
Let's go, DJ! Good job, man.
Thank you. I was for sure he was coming up and wrecking, going to take us out, but it was a heck of a drag race to the finish.
Man, it was definitely good. He came up, gave you the little love bump, tried to slow the momentum. Nothing was going to slow down the 69 tonight. It comes home again for the third week in a row. Another first-time ASR Tour winner, and more importantly, your lock into the final 12. So congratulations.
Thank you. Finally.
Well, man.
It's so good to be locked in the playoffs.
What was the toughest thing about this car tonight?
Just handling, drafting. It was loose all night, and somebody would give a bump, and you'd have to back off. It would check the whole field up and cause a wreck. And it was a good car overall. It was fun.
Well, it definitely looked like a fun race. It was fun to watch. I got to jump around to every team tonight. I think I missed one or two. Some of those single drivers I missed. We'll catch them here later in the season. I'm sure we'll do it all again next week at Talladega. How we feeling about bringing these cars to Dega?
It will be probably better at Talladega. Got more room to run around and more space. It should be better.
Well, man, you definitely had a good night. Wreck-It Racing going to bring home the win and a fourth place with your teammate. Nope, Kirby is not your teammate. Your next teammate is actually...
Co-teammate.
He's your co-teammate. Your next actual teammate, I believe, is Benke. He's down there in 22nd. He got cursed by me. So you're going to have the highest points on the night. But, man, you ran up front all night. It was fun to watch, and I'm happy you finally got your first win, and happy you locked yourself into the ASR Tour playoffs. You watch all these broadcasts, you know how we're going to end it, man. Before I let you get out of here, take your time, think about it, give you a chance to thank all your friends, your sponsors, your loved ones. Floor's yours.
Man, I got to thank the teammates, High Octane, John, and all them boys over there, Wreck-It Racing, all my guys. Man, we've been putting on a hell of a show. I gotta thank all my sponsors, Ponzi, Up North, Tire, Jim Warning. It's been a blast.
Well, it has definitely been fun to watch, and it's been fun to watch the growth of Wreck-It Racing and High Octane over the last season and a half, man. So, hope to continue to see it, and man, maybe you can try to be the first repeat winner as you have to do it all over again next week at Talladega.
Hopefully, we'll see you there. Hopefully, see you back in the booth.
All right, brother. Well, let me get you out of here and go celebrate with your teammates. And again, congratulations from me and the ASR Tour.
Thank you. Woo! We won!
And DJ Mattis, you know he's stoked. He finally got himself the big dub. He's locked into the playoffs. That's going to be it for me. I want to say David Hartney is back tomorrow. Praise the Lord. Because I don't know if I can do 4 more days in a row, but I would do it. And then I'll be back Wednesday night for the throwback race. I hate that damn race because I never know who anyone is. I'm used to all their paint schemes, and they come out and they put on these great paint schemes, and, well, takes me a minute to figure out who they are. But that's going to be it for me in the booth. I appreciate everybody hanging in. Tonight was a long one, almost a 2-hour show. Hartney will catch you tomorrow night as the SCSRA trucks head to Charlotte for their throwback. That's it for me. Thank you to Morris Customs, our series sponsor. Check out Eddie for any of your paint schemes. You can go to Morris Customs on Facebook. Till Wednesday, I'll catch you then. You guys have a great night.